Hello guys, my name is Balkrishna Srivastav and welcome to CodeWithBK. So in this video, we solve Java code solution for question 8 of ISC 2024 Computer Science Specimen Paper, which is this question. So before we begin, it is a request to please subscribe to my channel, because out of 100 videos, only 1 or 2 are subscribed, and a subscription is very important. So please do subscribe to my channel. So let's begin. So this is the question that we have to solve. So take a minute and give this a reading. Okay. So in this question, you have to create a class encode, which basically is to encode a word into a new word. So suppose you are given a word, you have to replace all the vowels in the word with the next vowels, and this is the order. Okay. So uppercase A goes to E, E goes to I, and so on. And this is valid for both upper and lowercase vowels. And rest of the characters in the word in the string remain the same. Okay, you don't change that. Alright. So I am going to write a class encode. Okay. Data members are word length new word. So private string word. Okay, WORD, private int. Okay, length. Okay, to store the length of the word. Okay, and in Java we can find the length of the string using word.length. Okay, dot length method will return the length of the string, but they are asking you to take a separate data member to store the length of the word, which is perfectly fine. All you have to do is make sure this variable always has the value equal to the length of this word. Okay, this is redundant. We can do without this. Okay, but the description says that you have to have a data member int length. Okay, next is new word. So private string new word. So whenever I write code to define classes, which are solutions to IC papers, I always tell you to keep all the data members private and the constructor and the methods public. Okay, so the next is constructor, which is encode, public encode. Okay, does not take any parameters. Okay, default constructor to initialize data members with legal initial values. Okay, so word becomes a blank, length goes to 0, new word becomes a blank. Okay, next is void accept word. So public void accept word. Okay, to accept a word. So to accept a word as in to read a word from the user input. So to take user input, we need a scanner class object, scanner system dot in. Okay, we do import java dot util dot scanner. Okay, I type system dot out dot print, enter a word. Okay, so this prompt message is not a part of the requirement of this function. Okay, because the requirement is only to accept a word, but I am adding the code for this prompt because when I run this code, I should be able to get a prompt indicating now I have to enter a word. Okay, I say word, this data member is scanner dot next line. Okay, and this is our accept word method. Now you can choose next as well. Okay, and you can choose next line as well. The choice depends upon you. The difference here is next is going to simply return a word and next line reads the entire line. And there is no clear requirement here that this word can contain white spaces or not, because if we use next line, we expect the string to contain white spaces. If we use next, we simply read a word, we expect the word, the input to not contain white spaces. Okay, so I'm going to go with next line. You can go with next as well. It should be perfectly fine. Okay, so next is void next vowel. So public void next vowel. Okay, to replace only the vowels from the words stored, only the vowels with the next corresponding vowel, and assign a new word with the remaining alphabets unchanged. Okay, so I iterate this word length I plus plus. Okay, oh, we have length as well, so we set length to word dot length. Okay, all right, that's why, see, I did not store the length of the word here because I know I can always get the word's length as word dot length. But since you are getting a separate data member to store the length of the word, make sure that when you read the word, you set the length to word dot length. Okay, and that's why when I'm using a for loop to iterate the characters of the string, I use length and not word dot length. Okay, I get the character at ith index as word dot char at I. All right. Okay, so you have to replace only the vowels. So I will take two string lowercase vowels is all lowercase vowels A, E, I, O, U, and string uppercase vowels, okay, are all uppercase vowels. So if this character C is a lowercase vowel, okay, so if, how do you check if this C is a lowercase vowel or not? C has to be one of these. So if C is found in this string, that is, it is one of these, it is a lowercase vowel. So I say lowercase vowels dot index of C should not be equal to -1. Okay, index of methods takes a character and searches for this character in this corresponding string. Okay, if this character is found in this string, index of returns a valid index. If this character is not found in this string, index of returns -1. Okay, so C will be a part of this string if the return value is not -1. So if this equation is true, it means C is within this string, it means C is one of these, it means C is a lowercase vowel. In that case, we replace it with the next vowel. So I say int vowel index, okay, the index where I find this vowel in this lowercase vowel string will be lc vowels dot index of C, okay, a non -1 value. Okay, I get char next vowel as lc vowels dot char at, okay, I'll take next index, next vowel index, it is going to be vowel index plus 1. Okay, so if index is 0, okay, if vowel index is 0, next vowel is E. If vowel index is E, next vowel is I, and so on. But if my vowel index is for U, my next vowel is A. For U, you have A. Okay, so I have to wrap it up percent LC vowels dot length or simply 5, because the length of this LC vowels is 5. Okay, and then you get the next vowel here at this index, and you add this next vowel to new word. Okay, so this is the if block that handles if this character C is a lowercase vowel. Else if character C is an uppercase vowel. Okay, so I do a very similar check. Okay, I do else if, okay, I use uppercase vowels dot index of, okay, if C is a part of uppercase vowels, I find vowel index in uppercase vowels. I find next vowel index in the same manner because number of vowels remain the same. So %5. I find the next vowel in uppercase vowels, okay, and then I add it to the new word. So the first if condition is handling lowercase vowels, the second one is handling uppercase vowels, and the final else condition is simply appending the character as it is. Okay, and your next vowel method is done. Okay, moving on, we have display. So I say public void display, okay, to display the original word along with encrypted word. So system.out.println original word is word, okay, and encrypted word is new word, okay, using both these data members. All right, and your class encode is done. Okay, oh, it says you have to define a main function as well. So public static void main string args, okay, so you can choose to have the main in this very class as well, okay, or you can create a separate class and have the main inside that. So I've taken a separate class, and you can have any name for this class. I'm choosing this name because that's my file name. Okay, so here we create an object of encode. So I say encode equal to new encode, calling the default constructor. Okay, constructor takes no arguments. Okay, I call accept a word first, accept word, then I call next vowel encode dot next vowel, which will do my encryption, create the new word, and finally encode dot display. All right, and this is the code for this question. Okay, so let me quickly compile and check. Question 8. Okay, Java ISC question 8. Enter word institution. Okay, institution, right? Okay, Original word is this. Encrypted word is on stotaton. Okay, which is correct. Okay, running this again, I'll say my name. It is Balcrochne. It sounds French. Nice. Okay. The third case is I say code with PK. This is Kudio what PK. Alright. So you can check the conversions from the original set of vowels to the new set of vowels in the encrypted word. Okay. So this was the solution to this problem. Okay. And I hope it was helpful. You like this video. So if you have any doubts in this solution, or if there is a part you don't understand, please let me know in the comments. I always try to answer all your queries in the comments, and I will also add the link for the code of the solution in the description of this video. You can check it out, and the other solutions of ISC 2024 computer science specimen paper are also uploaded on my channel. The links for those videos also will be in the description of this video. Okay, so please let me know your thoughts on this, and you can always let me know in the comments if there's a question you want me to solve, or if there's a concept you want to discuss. Thank you.